Hello, this is Dr. Sharita Weatherspoon from Mission Critical Consulting. In today's leadership lesson, our topic is Be Heard in the Workplace, 6 Keys to Getting People to Listen to You. In most organizations, people are so concerned with being heard that they don't take the time to listen. The interesting thing is that the more you listen to others, the more they will listen to you, and the more they will be interested in hearing what you have to say. However, most people don't listen very well. When you add to that the distraction of our devices and the many ways to communicate without looking someone in the eye, whatever listening skills you may have are typically challenged and reduced. In this leadership lesson, we're sharing 6 keys to getting people to listen to you. 1. Listen while others are speaking. I know this sounds simple and you may be thinking that this is common sense, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't do this. We are often so focused on developing a response that we fail to pay attention to what is being communicated, not only through words but through body language as well. When you are thinking about what your response will be, you cannot fully hear what is being said. You will miss words, context, and tone, which can result in misunderstanding and confusion. You are also making assumptions about what the other person is saying or the position they are taking, which is why you are already preparing your response. But you cannot effectively listen while you are making assumptions. Be present in the conversation. Give the other person your full attention and hear every word they are saying and not saying before you begin to develop a response. 2. Be mindful of your body language. Whether you are in the role of listening or speaking, you must remain aware of your body language and what you might be communicating. Your body language can tell a lot about whether you are really listening to the other person, how you feel about what they are saying, whether you are being sincere or disingenuous about what you are saying, and a lot more about your personality and attitude. You could be saying all the right things while your body language is communicating something totally different. You could be telling the other person that you understand or agree, while your body language is communicating that you don't care about what they're saying or that you don't like what they are saying. The way you manage your body during a conversation will be a major contribution to the success, failure, or effectiveness of your communication. Sometimes your body language communicates more than your words do, and that will be what people respond to. Always be aware of and take control over how your body is participating in your communication. 3. Refrain from interrupting people. This is something that no one likes. Even people who do it consistently to others don't like it to be done to them. The act of interrupting people when they talk is akin to telling them that what they have to say doesn't matter, that what you have to say is more important, and that they should be quiet and listen. If you have a habit of doing this, people will begin to resent you. While they may appear to be listening to you, they will tune you out. They will begin to expect to be interrupted whenever they are in a conversation with you, and as a result, they will avoid having conversations with you. When people avoid talking with you, you don't have the opportunity to be heard. If you practice key 1 from before, it should help you refrain from interrupting people because you are waiting to hear everything they have to say before forming a response. This is an exercise in restraint, something many people lack but is necessary for good leadership. 4. Manage your emotions. There will be times when you feel very strongly about a topic. Those emotions can range from anger to excitement. While it is totally appropriate to have emotions, it is important to manage your emotions in your conversations and other communications. You can share how you are feeling without demonstrating those feelings. You can state that you are angry without raising your voice, cursing, and throwing things, just like you can share your excitement without jumping up and down and dancing. Learning to manage the display of your emotions is critical in maintaining a professional image. However, do not confuse managing the display of your emotions with not displaying emotions at all. People need to see the humanity in you. Communicating without any emotion will lead people to believe that you are cold, callous, and uncaring. So the balance here is achieved by managing how you show emotion in your communication, whether through your words, tone, or body language. People, especially in work environments, don't respond well to an excessive or unexpected display of emotion, but at the same time, they want to feel your humanity. They want to know that you care and that you can empathize with them. One of the most critical components of this key is maintaining your composure when another party in your communication is escalating their emotions. Their inability to manage their emotions, however, does not give you permission to match their emotion in your response. Doing so will only make a bad situation worse. When you find yourself in this situation, try to de-escalate it by suggesting you revisit it when you are both in a better state to communicate effectively and appropriately, or move the conversation to a more private area. If neither of these tactics work, you may need to leave the conversation and follow up later. However, never let anyone bait you into losing control of your emotions in your communications in the workplace. 5. Speak. Now this may sound obvious, but it's included here because it needs to be included. If you tend to talk too fast, to mumble, or speak in a soft voice, people may be avoiding having conversations with you. Each of these make communicating more cumbersome, and if people find it difficult to talk to you for whatever the reason, they will avoid talking to you. If people are avoiding talking to you, your opportunities for being heard decrease. Pay attention to whether these are things you do in your communication. Try recording a couple of conversations or meetings, with the permission of those involved, of course, and listen to how you talk. If you talk fast, practice pacing your speech. If you talk softly, project your voice more when talking. If you mumble, be intentional about enunciating your words and projecting your voice. Also, use everyday language. You don't want to miss out on being heard because no one could understand what you were saying, or they weren't interested in listening to you because of the language you chose to use. No one is impressed by big words and the use of a lot of unnecessary jargon. Speak plainly and simply so people who are listening can understand what you are talking about. 6. Don't pretend to know something you don't. Despite what you may believe, people do not expect you to know everything, so don't pretend that you do. It is much better to refer someone to another person who is more knowledgeable than you on a specific topic, or to simply state that you don't know, than it is to give misinformation. Giving misinformation can lead to your colleagues and supervisors thinking you know less than you actually do, or to you developing a reputation as a liar or an incompetent employee. It can also have a negative impact on your organization. If someone acts on misinformation you gave, it could cost your organization in more ways than one. People will respect you more for admitting when you don't have the answer or the solution to a problem than pretending you know it all. Be willing to find the answer if it is within your realm of responsibility, or to assist in identifying the best place to start for that person to find the answer they are seeking. Now, here are 3 steps to help you implement these keys into your communication practice. Step 1. If you commute to work on public transportation or eat lunch in a public place, strike up a conversation with someone you don't know but see regularly. Learn the name of the person and what he or she does for a living. The next time you see that person, address them by name and ask them a specific question about their work based on what you learned about them in your previous conversation. If you don't remember their name or what they do for a living, you weren't listening well. Continue to practice this until you see improvement in your retention of details from various conversations. Step 2. Identify a colleague at work to get to know better. Ask about their interests, their goals, and other general things about them. You'll likely find that when you express interest in others, they will be more open with you. And when they are comfortable being open with you, they will naturally want to learn more about you and hear what you have to say. Step 3. Plan to be better prepared for your next scheduled meeting. Find out what the agenda items are and identify potential questions you might get or topics and issues that are likely to be discussed. Research data and options before going to the meeting. Share what you've learned with the group. Your preparation will be respected and appreciated by your colleagues, and they will be more willing to listen to you. So there you have it. Be heard in the workplace. 6 keys to getting people to listen to you. This is Dr. Sharita Weatherspoon of Mission Critical Consulting. We empower organizations to empower people.